commiserations wasn't to be in the semi-final, but can you take a lot from your visit to Newcastle?
Yeah, look, I'm enjoying the Premier League. I don't believe I'm at my best. I'm winning games and just sort of hanging in there at the minute, which I suppose sort of quite proud about in a way, you know, because could be on nothing really for the way I've played. I don't think I got the most out of it. Still don't really feel I've sort of turned up, but that'll come.
You're just trying to find you in the Premier League again after the break from not playing in the Premier League for a few years and then coming back. Is it all about routine and rhythm for you?
Yeah, routine. I think a lot's changed. Obviously, midweek pro tours, different days, other stuff. Just moved house and all, and yeah, I suppose there's been more in the background, I suppose, going on. But look, I enjoy it every week. I wouldn't say that the results and the performances are what I like, but yeah, to still be sort of pitching at the minute, 4 weeks in, you know, yeah, there's more there. That's what I want out.
In a race for the O2, the fact that MBG's pulling away at the top of the table, is that good for the rest of you that he's pulling away and the rest of you all kind of bunched together now?
Well, look, I suppose, Michael seemed to, I think last year he pulled away a bit, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's got an habit of doing that and he gets the results. He was brilliant again tonight. He just sort of gets away with it here and there and all. So, good luck to him. I can't really focus on Michael because I have to focus on myself. But, yeah, once I get my head down and I get my game out, do you know, I'm so far from 100 average at the minute. I'm like that. All my timing's a little bit wrong, you know. But it will come and it will settle. That's what I would say.
Rob, thanks very much.
Thanks.
Rob, you're sort of famous for going under the radar. You sneak up on the rails in tournaments, but do you feel genuinely that when you do, as you know, you've started well and you're sort of there or thereabouts, but can you win this when you hit your top form? Can you win this tournament?
I believe so. I've been close a couple of times. I think when it was 1 week, it's a big change, a massive change. I have to admit, to sort of come down off the first game and have the time in between. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just sort of not used to it being half hour or an hour later, you know. Look, I'm enjoying it. I think it's a great format and I've really wanted it and I've wanted to be here. I'm very grateful to be here, but yeah, I will have to improve. I will say that.
You've moved house. Is that all sorted now and so you can sort of concentrate totally on this? Because we forget that you're human beings after all.
Yeah, I suppose I move. Very lucky to have the partner Georgia, what I've got, you know. She's done most of it. I've done a little bit early. I don't like chipping in and doing manual labour these days. It's not really good for me. but at the same time, do you know, I'm just grateful. I suppose all I want to do is just play a little bit better. And I actually thought I was going to hit it there in that game. I was relaxed more. I think first couple of legs what I won was a couple of 12s. But there's just not, yeah, the timing of it, the 68 at the 60's perfect, missed a double 4, and look, I could pick holes in myself every day of the week sitting here at the minute, but it will get better, and that will get better, no doubt about that, and then we can push on, and look, the main thing is that you get top 4 at the end of it.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Robert, Gezi for you next week in Exeter. Looking forward to playing in front of an English crowd as opposed to in Cardiff?
I suppose so. He's the only one that I practice with. I've got to drop him next week, I suppose, you know. No mates with Gezi. He's going to have to sit on a different table. Definitely. Nah. Do you know, I'm really good friends with Gezi. I love his company. But at the same time, just business next week. And do you know, the crowds have been fantastic. I would say that. Look, even Cardiff weren't bad on me. It's got nothing to do with a crowd for the performances. It's literally, I'll take them on my own shoulders and look, if you're not there or your timing ain't right, you know, I probably could have done with a little bit more of a pro tour this week, but I look forward to that game next week. Me and him always have a bit of banter. It's good for myself. 3
semi-finals from the first 4 weeks. Would you have taken that from the start, or would you have liked to have got a weekly sight on the board early on?
I'm here to win. I don't want to make the numbers up, so I suppose it's not gone the way what I wanted. But at the same time, look, I'm still pitching. I'm still looking half all right. It's not like I've ruined myself yet, so if I was sitting here sort of having a chat with you, no points, and I'd be thinking sort of next week I've got to try and grab 1 or 2 or whatever, at the minute, no, not at all. It's just about getting myself right, and I'll do that. And now I'm all sort of, hopefully I'll be settled. Hopefully I can get me undies out of a cardboard box the way I've been living. It's been doing me nothing, to be honest. I can't even find my own shower gel with OCD. I could carry on and all, I could moan it all day. I really could, but I really got to be honest with you. Hopefully my pants are in the right place, and once they come back, I suppose, I can sort of get the game right. Without no pants, no bottle.
Okay, cheers, Rob.
Rob, is it a different feeling having to do Pro Tour, Premier League rather than the other way around?
Yeah, I suppose so. I've always liked a routine. It's not terrible when you haven't really got one, because I've learned to deal with that. I just think I got so used to having Mondays off. Mondays were like my Sunday. It was biblical day, and now all of a sudden I'm playing on a Monday, and yeah, fantastic. No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. I think it's great, but look, it's just a little bit of change, I suppose. Life change, other changes, and look, I will get up to sort of, get up with the programme, I suppose, because we all have to. If you want to win and you want to put your best foot forward, there's no point sitting here and saying, sort of, I can't do this and I can't do that, because I can do it, but it'll only be when it sort of permits,
And you made your debut in the Premier League as the world champion, far more experienced now.
God, what a learning curve.
No. I know it's a different format, but how do you feel more as a player now compared to the previous experience? It's been a few years since.
I think talking about experiences and stuff, and we watched tonight, sort of like even the first game. Luke was brilliant when he did get going, and a lot of time for Luke, and I just sort of picked him up at the end, But one darters and stuff, I have to admit, I'm pretty good at that. When even I feel like I'm playing terrible at the minute, I really do. It's like Ronnie O'Sullivan, no cue action. But no, don't feel at my best at the minute, but I can still get results, and I think that's positives, just to sort of keep going forward and keep pushing. But when it clicks, I expect to win, and that's where I want to be.
Cheers, Rob. Thank you.
Hi Rob, you say you're playing terrible at the moment, but you have just beaten the world champion, the reigning world champion. Does it give you any more confidence when you think of that? Look,
he's great. I've played Lukey for, I don't know, he's battered me a few times in the last couple of years. But I enjoy his games and stuff, and he's a great player. He's thoroughly deserved world champion. I don't think there's an element of fear now for most when you go out there, It's all about now turning up. If you don't turn up, you don't get, and if you're not getting, you go home with a little quivered lip like my one this week, But it's all about competing first thing, but then the second thing's trying to pick up wins, isn't it? And look, we're all on the same par, we all start in the same round, and we all have to try and make sure that we're at our best, or at the best version for the night, and 16 weeks is a marathon. It's not a sprint, so I'm enjoying it though. That's the main thing. I can moan about it, I can sit here, but I'm enjoying it. Cheers, mate.
Just one more on the house move, Rob. With that going on in the background.
Don't mention my pants again. Please don't.
I was getting to it.
Please don't.
Did you kind of realise at the start of the campaign, the first few weeks might be about just hanging on in there, and you almost time your run as it goes on?
Yeah, I think I'll improve as I go. Now I'm going to put pressure on myself, and so it's one of them things. Look, it's easier for me to do my job from the middle of the country than what it is doing it from the bottom. So hopefully, I don't know. I had it this week, and I thought, I've reaped the benefits. I didn't drive or nothing, and then I'll go and play Pro Tours, and that was the end of that. I thought, where's Hastings? I'm going back. But realistically, I suppose, look, life's going to be easier for me. Don't matter where your socks are or your pants, really. But realistically, life's going to be easier for me, and I've always struggled and all, because I drive myself a lot of places, 288 miles to Wigan and stuff like that. It takes enough out of you. You get home a day later, because I won't go, obviously, after playing on the Sunday, sort of won't go in the night time, because I'm usually knackered if I have a decent run. And what I don't want to do is sort of go in the night time, and then I feel myself, I've still got that drive, so then I want to go home before I play the way it was before. So it's not really like that now. I think everything is settled. It's just a bit of a change, And the great thing is now, switching the calendar to the way it is, I'll go home, I've got 5 days with the family this week. I'll get to see my youngest. He's crazy over me at the minute. I really would. He phoned me at 11:20 the other night, and he's like, "Dad, where are you?" Absolute fantastic as a 3-year-old. Not really been used to that, because I spend a lot of time away, but have a great relationship with all the kids. But yeah, I have to admit, he sticks out at the minute. Have a great 5 days, enjoy that, and then come back all refreshed and yeah, try and put my best foot forward for next week.
I didn't realise it was a complete relocation, because that's a big move for the family as well, isn't it? When you-
I didn't struggle with it, I just struggled mentally with it, really. She struggled with it. No, it's obviously over 200 miles, but like I said, it's all for a benefit and for the job, and if I can do better, look, this game's so big now, and I can't believe I've done 5 or 6 years where I was anyway. I always felt like I played on the back foot sometimes for a bit of tiredness, and it's my own fault, you know, you live where you live. But to gain that time back now, get back on Sundays, get more time with the family, and actually structure my time a little bit better, which I used to think I could do before, but obviously it was very limited, getting home days, one day later every week, so you lose that evening. Time you drive back, you're tired, don't have a great day. So no, just enjoy life a little bit more and try and get a bit more quality family time, and if I get that, I'm sure I'll get out of my little sulk at the minute and get out of my little mood and, yeah, start enjoying it even more. Thank you.